Divide each difficulty into as many parts as is feasible and necessary to resolve it. Take good care of your health. Without health, nothing will matter. No amount of money can bring you joy if you are suffering. To remain in the past means to be dead. My friend is he who will tell me my faults in private. To perceive the world differently, we must be willing to change our belief system. Let the past slip away, expand our sense of now, and dissolve the fear in our minds. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. No evil propensity of the human heart is so powerful that it may not be subdued by discipline. Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. Marry before 30. Have kids before 35. Work and earn actively and sufficiently till and before 40. Make passive income workable before 50. Plan to retire from work activity before 60. Do everything for family, but expect nothing from it. Not even from spouse. Do not complain about growing old. It is a privilege denied to many. A wise man will make more opportunities than he finds. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. No one cares except family. Start saving your money. Don't spend it on homes you can't afford, fancy cars, and running your credit cards to the max. In the end, you'll be much happier. Nothing is actually as bad as it seems, or as great as you think it will be. Judge a man by his questions, rather than by his answers. Life is a shipwreck, but we must not forget to sing in the lifeboats. Cherish those who seek the truth, but beware of those who find it. In order to understand the world, one has to turn away from it on occasion. People hasten to judge in order not to be judged themselves. You will never be able to experience everything. So please, do poetical justice to your soul and simply experience yourself. He who knows how to be poor knows everything. You will never be happy if you continue to search for what happiness consists of. You will never live if you are looking for the meaning of life. To be happy, we must not be too concerned with others. Without work, all life goes rotten. But when work is soulless, life stifles and dies. If a man will begin with certainties, he shall end in doubts. But if he will be content to begin with doubts, he shall end uncertainties. Hope is a good breakfast, but it is a bad supper. We are like chameleons. We take our hue and the color of our moral character from those who are around us. No man's knowledge here can go beyond his experience. In order for the light to shine so brightly, the darkness must be present. It is impossible to love and be wise. There are no comparison between that which is lost by not succeeding and that which is lost by not trying. You'll never be sorry for telling someone you love them. Do it before it's too late. Save a little money every week or month. Nothing gives you happiness like a financial buffer, believe it or not. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. The most precious of all possessions is power over ourselves. Bad men need nothing more to compass their ends than that good men should look on and do nothing. Just improve yourself. That is the only thing you can do to better the world. Everywhere, man blames nature and fate, yet his fate is mostly but the echo of his character and passion, his mistakes and his weaknesses. An intelligent person always hides three things about himself: his weaknesses, his sources of wisdom, and his true aspirations. When we lose one blessing, another is often most unexpectedly given in its place. Depression is like a woman in black. If she turns up, don't shoo her away. Invite her in, offer her a seat. Treat her like a guest and listen to what she wants to say. Life is a series of collisions with the future. It is not the sum of what we have been, but what we yearn to be. Money is a great servant, but a bad master. If you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. When it is dark enough, you can see the stars. Stop allowing your mind to be a slave, to be jerked about by selfish impulses, to kick against fate and the present, and to mistrust the future. It is not so much our friends' help that helps us, as the confidence of their help. Be silent, or let thy words be worth more than silence. The only way to keep your health is to eat what you don't want, drink what you don't like, and do what you'd rather not. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Respond to critiques with accomplishments. From the point of view of youth, life is an endless future. From the point of view of old age, it is a very short past. Not everybody wants to be your friend. That's okay. You really don't want everybody as a friend anyway. You don't always have to be going, being, and doing. It's really okay to just chill. Give back, even if it's donating your tag sale leftovers or handing a dollar bill over to someone less fortunate. Do it. It'll make you feel good. I have learned to seek my happiness by limiting my desires, rather than attempting to satisfy them. He is happy whose circumstances suit his temper, but he is more excellent who can suit his temper to his circumstances. The first thing you have to know is yourself. A man who knows himself can step outside himself and watch his own reactions like an observer. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. The mind that is anxious about the future is miserable. All cruelty springs from weakness. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. Never complain of that which it is at all times in your power to rid yourself. Problems worthy of attacks prove their worth by hitting back. A man who suffers before it is necessary suffers more than is necessary. Time is but the space between our memories. As soon as we cease to perceive this space, time has disappeared. Love ceases to be a demon only when he ceases to be a god. We fall in love when our imagination projects non-existent perfection upon another person. One day, the fantasy evaporates, and with it, love dies. Only he who attempts the absurd is capable of achieving the impossible. Never have I dealt with anything more difficult than my own soul, which sometimes helps me and sometimes opposes me. I am struck by how sharing our weakness and difficulties is more nourishing to others than sharing our qualities and successes. Many people are good at talking about what they are doing, but in fact do little. Others do a lot, but don't talk about it. They are the ones who make a community live. Everything happens for a reason. Always. Do not fear getting hurt. You can't grow if you don't hurt. Don't ruin your health in order to earn money. You will end up spending your money to recover your health. That is not reciprocal. Be kind to people without allowing them to take advantage of your good nature. Efforts never go in vain. Things never happen the same way twice. Anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it. There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. People who know little are usually great talkers, while men who know much say little. Always do what you are afraid to do. There is never any need to get worked up or to trouble your soul about things you can't control. These things are not asking to be judged by you. Leave them alone. Man conquers the world by conquering himself. You should be careful not to form a very favorable opinion about a person at first acquaintance. Otherwise, in most cases, you will have to be disappointed